What's up, guys? Okay, so let us take a look at the weekly analysis of Go Market. Okay, so as usual, this content is mainly for educational purpose. Okay, so I'm not a financial advice, so please trade responsibly at your own discretion. Okay, so first of all, let us take a look at the top-down analysis. Okay, so this is H1 time frame. So let us take a look at the monthly time frame. Okay, this one is a monthly time frame. So you can see this previous month, actually you see there's a huge rejections over here. Okay, so now current month is actually still floating around this area here. Okay, so let us go to the weekly. What can we see for weekly over here? Last week basically it closed in somehow in a doji way. Okay, so it still consolidate around this area 4,000 area here. Okay, so if we go to daily, so you can basically see that Go actually from previously it dropped all the way to this area here. So if we map up this area, what can we see over here is basically a strong demand zone over here. Okay, this one is basically a rally based rally. Okay, so that's usually Go drop all the way over here, and then they have a huge rejections. Okay, and then this candle in the daily form a bullish candle over here. Okay, that's Go actually we test back over to this area and have strong rejections back up over here. Okay, so if you look at this line chart, so you can basically see there is somehow like a double bottom area here. Okay, if you go to H4, you can, so if you look at the H4, so if you put this trend line over here. Okay, so what can you see over here? It's very obvious that Go eventually break up from this trend line over here, right? Okay, so another thing is if we, okay, so you can see that Go actually break up from this trend line over here and then have a reactions or rejection over this area here. Okay, so if we put this line over here, you can see very obvious that Go is actually reject from this strong significant zone over here. Okay, so if we put this zone over here, okay, so we put a zone over here. Okay, so this one is this one is a strong significant zone over here. You see there's a significant resistance, breakup, support, breakup. Okay, now become a resistance. There's a multiple touch. You see multiple rejections over here. Okay, then eventually break up from this trend line, and then we test again at this resistance and have a rejection over here. Okay, so what can we actually foresee in the next week market is if Go wanted to go higher, okay, it must first actually break up from this resistance zone over here. This one, the significant zone over here. You must first actually break up from this zone over here, have a pullback before you can actually go much higher. Okay, so if you put another trend line, you can see that once break up, Go actually is still respecting this currently like a H4 uptrend over here in a trend line. Okay, still respecting 1, 2, 3 over here. So you have a rejection and then the rejection at this zone over here. Okay, so next week onwards, what you can actually foresee is in order for Go to actually go higher, okay, you must first break up from this zone over here. Okay, once break up, pull back, okay, then you can go higher. So the next zone that we can actually foresee is basically this zone over here. Okay, so this one is next zone that we can actually monitor. Okay, so if you put this box over here, okay, this one is another zone that we can monitor. Okay, so if we go to daily, this one is a daily time frame. What can we see from here is there is a supply zone over here. You see drop over here. This one is a strong supply zone over here. Okay, so if we go back to the H4, again the same thing. Okay, so once break up from this zone, pull back. So the next zone we can actually foresee is this zone over here. Okay, so unless if Go don't manage to break up from this zone here, you have unless if you break up from this trend line over here, you might actually have the potential to drop all the way to down here. Okay, to this support level over here, or another next support level will be to down over here, the previous support area around here. Okay, so let us take a look at the next week Go market to determine. Okay, want to know more information about Go market updates daily? Okay, you can basically join my Telegram channel DTA International Academy for more information. Okay, so see you guys there.